So I want to quickly mention three other functions that I think are useful in the new additions in PHP 5.3. One is get hostname. If you just say echo get hostname, let's put the break in here because we'll be doing some more later, and go to your browser, F5, you see that you get the name of your computer. Would be helpful for your application to know which computer it's running on. Another one is called LC first, which just makes the first letter of a string lowercase. It's the opposite of UC first, which I use quite a bit. But LC first might be useful if you have a function, for instance, convert Pascal to camel notation. And you return LC first of your name. So then if we echo a convert Pascal camel notation and we send it, for instance, main logger, which would be the name of a class or something, and you want to get the camel notation of that, then it will return, let's go to the browser and check, main logger with the first character lowercase. Not something you couldn't have done in a couple lines of code in previous versions, but it's good to know that it's there. And another one that I think is useful that I know I'll be using at times is get called class, so that you know which class you're in when your code is running. So an example of that would be, let's say you have a class person, and this class person has method initialize. And in this method, let's print out which class is calling this. Get called class, or which class we're in at the time of code execution. So if we just have this here, person equals new person, and then we say person initialize, then it'll just say that we are in person. Let's go ahead and check that, F5, and it does indeed say that we're in person. But let's say you have another class, employee, which inherits from person. And now we have an employee equals new employee. And we say employee initialize. Check it. Even though this function is being run, it knows that the class at that time is actually an employee, which could be very useful when you're dealing with many levels of hierarchy. So those are three quick methods or functions that I think are very useful in PHP 5.3, and I hope they come in handy for you at some point.